Hey everyone, I've implemented a new system that I would like to talk about today. It's called the Love and Like system. What this system basically entails is a way to add strategy to items that you're using, both in battle and out of battle. Uh, Let me start by showing you guys a new UI element that directly ties into the Love-Like system. So normally when you go into a battle and you target an enemy, next to their name, right here, there would be a percentage that shows the recruit chance. If it said 0%, that would mean that there was a 0% chance of recruiting them. If it was 100, that means there was an absolute chance. 50% would be, a coin flip essentially if you recruit them. But now there isn't a percentage anymore. Now there will be, if I can hit this guy, now there is a skull. Now this is a half skull. Uh, if I were to do more damage, the skull would be complete. And in fact, let's do that. Let's do some more damage so we can see. Or I could miss. So now you see we'll have 1.5 skulls. So what the skulls represent is the character's health. Instead of having a numerical value of, say, 4 out of 10 health remaining, we have these skulls. Now, each skull represents a third of the character's health that has been taken away. So, right now, he's essentially at half health, is what this is telling us. If there was one skull, that means a third of his health was taken away. If there was 3 skulls, that means they're dead. And this is a way that we can see how much health a character has, an enemy. Now, what this also ties into is the recruit chance. Now, for example, 3 skulls means there's a 100% chance if you tried to recruit them. If there were 2 skulls, that means there's a 80% chance you'll recruit them. And if there was 1 skull, it'd be a 60% chance. Now this is the way that the game is explaining to us the recruit chance. However, there's another way that we can recruit enemies that doesn't have to do with damage at all. What we can do is if we go into the loot screen, we'll now see that in place of the move command, there is now a give command. Now what this means is we can take one of our items, of which there are 14 we can carry at any time, and we can give one of those items to the enemy, raising their affection level towards us. Now, how it displays the affection is much like how it displays damage. It will display hearts, and it will show the greater of the two things. So if the character has more affection from you than damage, it'll show more hearts. Affection on enemies does things like it causes the enemy to miss you more often. So if an enemy has high affection, regardless of the damage you've done to them, they'll have a higher chance of doing something like the pirate reconsiders their attack, and they won't attack you that round. What affection also does is, just like damage, it represents the chance that you'll recruit them. So if I have 2 hearts of affection, that means there's an 80% chance that I'll recruit that enemy. And affection is a lot easier to gain than doing damage. Each enemy has a list of items that they like and that they love. If you give an enemy an item that they just feel indifferent about, it'll raise their affection very slightly, about a half a heart. If you give them an item that they like, it'll raise their affection 1.5 hearts, which is basically half. And if you give them an item that they love, it'll raise their affection 3 hearts, which means you can basically recruit them right away. What this does is it gives items more value in combat, and it gives you an option of how to recruit enemies without having to damage them. So, I know for a fact that this pirate likes bandages and loves bananas. So let's go ahead and give him a banana. So now if we look at the pirate, we'll see he has 3 hearts, because he has more affection for us than damage given. So this 3 hearts means if we were to recruit this pirate right now, there's basically a 95% chance to 100% chance that we'll recruit him, no problem. It also means that he's very unlikely to attack us in combat, but again, it costs us one of our limited inventory to do this to him. Now, if we were to recruit him, and the character I currently have is the same type as him, a pirate, his loves and likes don't stop there. Oh, let's start with some damage so we can see what this entails. A character's loves and likes directly tie into the items used on him and how much they do. So normally a bandage would do 10%, but since I know that this character likes bandages, it'll do 1.5 times, which is 15%. If he happened to love bandages, it would do 2 times, which is 20%. So if I use this on our character here, it says he likes it, and he's restored for 6 HP. Normally the bandage would have done 4, but since he liked it, it did 6. Now what this does is it gives a added level of strategy to using items on certain characters and gives you knowledge of which items characters like and sort of a discovery when you first encounter them. Once you capture an enemy, their character screen tells you which items they love and like, so future battles with those types of enemies, you'll be knowledgeable about this sort of thing. This also gives players who just want to go through the game and not have to worry about carefully damaging down an enemy to low health to get their chance, gives them another option of how they can recruit enemies without doing damage. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to sharing more with you.